It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints The veteran, Jason Sanders, ready to get us started. And off we go from South Florida. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. And their quarterback is the all-time leading passer for the Raiders, Derek Carr, the veteran.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
Shaheed in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Shaheed in motion. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. 3rd down, 3 to go. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
Now the former Texas A&M Aggie, here's Devon Achane. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Ready. Step. Ready.
Once again, it's Achane. And a short pickup down to the 21.
All right, let's go.
2nd down and 8.
Ready, 2 stinger. Solo left Zion.
Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
To throw is Tua. He's got it at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Durham Smythe. Touchdown, Miami.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down.
What down? Ain't no way. 29. Let's go.
Carr working out of the gun. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
6-18. Later one. It's strike. 93. What's up?
From the shotgun, it's Carr. To the left side, in the hands of Hill. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Saints first down. In motion is Hill.
29. 26-94. You're mine. Later 2. 6-37.
On first down, Carr. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
What is it? Later 9. 9. Hey, 7:34. Later 1. It's Fred.
Shaheed in motion.
7:34.
On 1st and 10, Carr. This one is caught by Jawan Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Saints will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dolphins offense ready for their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu from the secondary on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Go ahead. Hey, Turbo 1, Turbo 1. Watch it, Oscar. Turbo 1, hard.
A shotgun snap for Tua. That is caught left side by Waddle. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Ready.
Tua going to give it to Achane. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Out.
From the gun, here's Tua. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover They'll take over at their own 27-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Paris. First and 10. In motion is Hill. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop. Now, second down throw from Carr. Shaheed with the catch. 11 yards on the connection there. First down, New Orleans. Shaheed in motion. Carr now to throw on first down. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Jalen Phillips that time. In there for the sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Carr now on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Olave is the motion man.
7:34.
Carr from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Saints lining up in punt formation. Malik Washington deep for Miami. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with first and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Hey, get set. 20 TX.
They'll stay on the ground with Achane. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
He's right, no. 20 TX. 21G, 21G. Out.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready, John? Hey. Ready.
Throwing is Tua. He's going to dial up another deep ball. the Saints are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes it.
Pressure, gets there, and down he goes.
And I think after that last sack, we're going to see a little bit of a change in strategy by the offensive coordinator. He decided to go empty. There's no one in the backfield to help with the offensive line, pick up blitzes, and even if you have some opportunities downfield, you got to protect the quarterback first.
Second down, Carr. Going up top. That's caught! And he'll be taken down at the 30. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 55 yards on the game. Quick throw, taken in, and they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big game.
So, not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Carr. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Here's a run with their tight end. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Foster Moreau. Touchdown, New Orleans. Groupie able to add the extra point. The Saints will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. Second down and 3.
Hey, 21 TA. Out.
Tua gonna throw. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Let's go. Whoa. Hey. Oh,
Tua now on 3rd down. That one brought in by Berrios.
get to the line.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They are going for it. It's Tagovailoa. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
How about you? Connor, long. Watson, Oscar.
Again, it's Tua. This throw right side is caught by Hill. So we hit halftime with the visiting Saints and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Devon Achane ready to take the field with the rest of his Miami offensive teammates. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now run for the first time for the veteran Raheem Mostert. He'll dodge one would-be tackler and wind up getting a nice gain of 6 on the play.
Turbo one high. Solo left Zion.
Tua. That's caught downfield by Smith. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Tua gives it to Mostert. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And that should be enough. He works his way forward to pick up a first down.
Turbo one. 21G. Snap.
And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start.
Offense. Trip. 20 TX. 21G. What?
Here's Tua. Into the hands of Berrios.
Hey, let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
32 Stinger. Hey. Yeah. Out.
To throw is Tua. Taking off. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down.
21 TX.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. He'll let this go towards the end zone.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
They'll try it now with Gtowncapp. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they get 4 on 4th and inches.
Hey, number one. Hey. Out.
Here's Gtowncapp. That's caught on the right side by Waddle. And the Dolphins are going to have themselves a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line. A first down on a gain of 11.
Even though defensively you haven't been able to get off the field, this is where you got to dig your heels in. This is where you got to make a stand. Okay, so you've given up a long drive. Force a field goal. Field goals and takeaways. That's red zone defense, and if they can come away with 3 here, I think they'd feel pretty good about it.
Holding offense.
Now it is 1st and goal. In motion, it's Waddle. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And that won't help a great deal. Just a short gain there. It's 2nd and goal. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now it's Tua. Now a screen set up for Gtowncapp.
They may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Will line up at the 3-yard line again. They'll try to punch it in on 3rd and goal. They'll run. It's Mostert. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal.
Solo left Zion. Out.
They snap it to Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. They roll the dice, 4th and goal, but they're going to wind up being turned away by the defense. The Saints offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this 2nd half. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. And it'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
A run here with Kamara. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. In motion is Hill. On third down, here's a run by Kamara. This will be a Saints first down as he'll get this up to the 20.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Olave is the motion man. It's a give now to Kamara. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
Shaheed in motion. They run on the jet sweep, and that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. A give up the middle with Kamara. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So third down, forthcoming. Olave is the motion man. Carr working out of the gun. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
Carr throwing on fourth down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs. On the ground, it's Mostert. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Once again, it's Mostert. And this time, they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A gain of 16 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's first and 10.
All right, fellas, listen up. Ready?
Here's Mostert. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Watch it, Oscar. Turbo 1, high. Get on.
They'll drop to throw. You'll find Mostert out of the backfield.
All right, let's go.
A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1.
Turbo one, high. Turbo one, high. Out.
Mostert. And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert on 3rd and 1. Now the Dolphins going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. Here we go. 1st and goal.
Ready.
Here's Achane. He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back.
Holding. Offense.
So holding is the call, and take that touchdown off the board.
Still 2nd down.
They're right here.
The task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Tua. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal.
Go ahead. 20, TX.
In motion, it's Waddle.
21G, 21G.
Now, Tungo Vailoa on 3rd and goal. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. So here we go. Could be the play that ends up deciding this one. 4th down and goal. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal. Out of the gun, Tungo Vailoa. And I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Green Bay Packers and the New Orleans Saints. Coming up.
Blake Grupe out and ready to send this away. And we're underway in Caesar Superdome. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
It took Jordan Love a little while for him to get his chance to start in the NFL. He had to watch Aaron Rodgers for a number of years, but guess what? Aaron had to watch Brett, and it paid huge dividends. And it sure looks like Jordan Love, to start his career, is doing the same. He didn't just watch Aaron Rodgers. He worked on his game. He developed his game over 3 years. And when he got his chance, he sure looked like a young star at the position.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty.
That penalty is declined.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Here's Love to throw. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts. But throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Love. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And then brought out by the 2nd rounder who's been climbing the leaderboard since 2014 at Fresno State, Derek Carr.
One thing you can always trust about Carr is to give you a lot of games and a whole lot of numbers as a starter each and every season. He's just got a lightning quick release. I love watching him throw a football, but he's not gotten a lot of chances at postseason moments. And time is not on his side.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. And off headed right, Kamara. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Target to Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back now, pressure on its way. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. Buys time, rolling right. And on fourth down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There was not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That finds Jacobs complete. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Willie Gay with the pick. And the Saints get a great return up close to their own 30 before they're able to drag him down.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
This New Orleans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. The Packers take their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. They'll send him over right. Another try following the sack. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 28 out of that play. And the Saints are going to have a 1st down. Carr here from the gun. He's on the move. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Packers will have the football at the 35. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
He breaks the tackle, and he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. They stick with Jacobs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets across midfield and into Saints territory. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. So that was an exciting first quarter, but not the cleanest. A couple of early turnovers. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
3rd and long, here's Love. And the Saints came marching home, and they dropped him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
3rd and long, and that coordinator decides to dial up the pressure, and they get to the quarterback. You know why I love this call, Kate? It's not just because of the aggressive makeup, but you really dictate to that offense. 3rd and extra long is a great time to blitz, because either you get home like that, or the ball's got to come out way short of the sticks. Job well done defensively.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Carr with it on first. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought down by Quay Walker.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke.
And the Packers are there. He's hauled down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. Working quickly here. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. They're down to their final one in this half. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Carr. Olave with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Carr off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 2nd and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to Kamara. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Here's a quick throw to the left. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Running it after the penalty. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers. Working inside the red zone. Cut by Jacobs. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. And it's the Packers with a 2nd and 7. Jacobs running behind center. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Love. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And that'll bring up 4th down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They've got first down from the 31.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out.
Delay of game. Offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired. Set him back 5, it's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They run it from the gun with Kamara. Oh, he lost the football. Packers pick it up. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout here. 2nd one taken by New Orleans. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. On for the field goal now. Here's Brandon McManus. This one from an even 40 yards out. And the kick by Folk is good. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Saints and running back Alvin Kamara trotting back out to the field. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. We'll see how they choose to use these final 22 seconds, Brock, of our first half. Carr now on 1st and 10. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Forced out to his right. That is incomplete, down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
I think more than ever, QBs today are so good at doing this, Kate, buying himself enough time and actually finding a target downfield. Just this time, he couldn't quite make that connection.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Back to the air, Carr. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that is incomplete. 8 seconds left now. Could not beat the defender there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. He's back to throw. And this ball's incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. Defender smart there to get a hand on that one. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, didn't it? And it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change of possession. So we've reached the end of 2, and it's the visiting Packers out in front. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where John... Understood. Some people would rather get right back to the field of play. And so we will as we advance to the start of the second half. On now is McManus to kick this away. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Saints offense ready to start this third quarter. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
The give on second to Kamara. And he takes this ahead to the 40-yard line before going down. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. It's Kamara on 3rd down. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push, and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Going for it, it's Williams. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the 1st. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Crosses the 35, room for more. There it is, touchdown New Orleans. The Saints keep their drive alive and reach Pater 1 play later. A game-breaking play there, stunning the defense and giving this offense one for the highlight reel, baby.
Yep, just put another one on there, Kate. He is a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. The defense, well, they had him ready to go. They were ready to body him up in coverage, but receivers today, and we see it all the time, the best of them, they don't just do it through the air. They can use their legs as a weapon. That's a big-time touchdown run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints take the lead on that successful kick. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Jaden Reed to return this. He's got a lane up past the 30. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown. And heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Alontae Taylor making the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 41, taken in by Dobbs. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line. What a game he has had. Really showed the versatility he's got from the running back position and the wrinkles that he can add to this offense.
Yeah, Kate, you hear it all the time. The quarterback's best friend's a reliable tight end. Well, right next to that reliable tight end is a more dependable pass-catching running back.
Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Offense to the line for second down. Back now, pressure on its way. That's caught, Tucker Kraft. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
They go counter. It's Jacobs. And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here's 2nd and 5. Quick slant taken in by Dobbs. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Caught quickly on the slant. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's Love. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Love now to throw. Escapes out to the left. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow. Okay, we know that every one of these NFL games, well, they can take a life of their own every single weekend. Some are high-flying with lots of points. Others, like this one, they're a grinder. And when you're in a low-scoring game, every one of these kicks is important.
On now is McManus to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go now. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but just nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still first down.
They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Putting a receiver in motion. They go play action with Carr. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Carr here from the gun. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. That one's out and caught on the right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
He'll throw it. He finds him beyond the marker. He's at the 30. The 10. He's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints jump in front now by 5. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Nixon now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's brought down for a loss. So we're through 3 here. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Play fake. It's Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
3rd and long. Here's Love. taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Saints will get set to take over. New set of downs for him at the 38. They send a man in motion. Carr with it on first. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he'll be brought down after getting to the 47-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down. Another run for Kamara. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43, he's got Shaheed. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Working out of the gun, it's Carr. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Running left, this is Kamara. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll run. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
They'll run with Kamara. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Saints take an 11-point lead as they try to push this one out of reach. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown. Now in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
So following the missed point after, a chance to take his frustrations out on that football as he sends this away. On the return, here comes Reed. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Packers all set to get back out there. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
They've got a man in motion. Thrown on 1st down, Love. Oh, put some heat on this. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are able to take the interception up to their own 35-yard line.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Man in motion here. Throwing on 1st down, it's Carr. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Wow, they're going to pass it here. He put everything he had into this big gain downfield. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Back to the air, Carr. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys are going to have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing again, it's Carr. On the move, headed right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the 1st down.
Offense going for it here, 4th and 5. From the shotgun, Carr. Taken in by Shaheed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the fourth. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Power squib kick is taken in. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Packers and Jordan Love. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff, now Love. Buying some time right. And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They're going play action. Oh, no, they get it yet again. And the Saints will take over with the football just outside the 30.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in, coverage-wise, to every route combination they're trying to throw?
They've got 1st down from the 31. Carr. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. Carr now on 1st and 10. Has it down close. It's a New Orleans touchdown. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they could be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
The Saints trying a 2-point conversion once again. He has it. And that's into the end zone, so they follow the touchdown by tacking on 2 more to their lead. All right, I know the old adage, there is no lead that is safe in the NFL, but Brock, this lead actually feels pretty safe to me. Not sure they needed to go for 2 at this point.
Well, I'm pretty sure you know what this feels like one thing to me, stat padding. And it's just going to come back to you at some point. Maybe not in this game, but down the road. You start padding your stats to show off, oh, look how many points we scored. Look how great a job we did. Start patting yourself on the back. Yeah, you're usually going to get hit and knocked on your backside at some point.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. He's got the squiver. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a decided contest. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter as it's a win for the Saints. Well, Brock, when it comes down to it, never an easy task trying to knock off a team inside their own building, right? You really see them come out with just a different kind of energy.
It's what every player is told, dating back to your Pop Warner and high school days. Defend your home turf. When somebody comes in and tries to knock you off inside your own building, well, you need to have the fortitude, the guts, the resolve to fight back and go get those wins. What an energized locker room right now. It always is when you do your collective jobs successfully.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we'll play host to a battle between conferences. It's the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints next.
Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by their quarterback out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Carr. Olave over the middle. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Bradley Chubb there on the tackle. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now Carr. Forced out to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Down at the 25.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack there by Bradley Chubb. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. Locates Kamara on the out route. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. So Carr departs and on his Blake Groupie for the Saints field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So after the field goal, back out is Groupie to send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa. Their quarterback from Alabama at the helm.
You want to talk about a driven player, partner. This guy is absolutely that person. He doesn't just have goals in this game. He wants to be remembered among the best to play the position, and he treats every game as an audition for that. It's a lofty goal to set for yourself, but we've seen his drive lead to some impressive games from him. Perhaps another one is in store today.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Tua sets up to pass it. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 73 yards. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Carr, he wants to change up the look here. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Well, the Dolphins offense and Tyreek Hill set to take over once more. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Tua. This is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
93. 93. 29. 29.
Carr going to go on 4th down, eluding the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. In motion right, Olave. To throw his Carr. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Carr now to throw. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he rifles one incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Carr. Olave holds it in. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
6-18.
Here's Carr. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
After the turnover, it's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hill going to go in motion right. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tua going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. In motion goes the tight end.
93.
Carr going to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Carr. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Carr again. Steps away to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derek Carr, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are back within a score. Not no good. He missed it. Missed the PAT. And this will remain a 5-point game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now Tua. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. This is caught at the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
In motion, Hill. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. They'll run Achane, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Tua, fast pass outside complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Now Carr. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot here before half for Carr. Buying time to his left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Apologies to coach. Cut him short. We'll talk to him post-game. We got business to get down to. Third quarter action ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. Tagovailoa, and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. In motion, Hill. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
In motion, Hill. Tua sets up to pass it. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Tua. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Anthony Schwartz, 41 yards. And the Dolphins come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense... Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. He sets to fire deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Forced out to his left. And it is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit. Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 6 yards away. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The Saints offense and Derek Carr, they're still on the field, so they figure to go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking to pass. Tua. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
In motion, Hill.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. And we'll begin it with a field goal try here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. He may go. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Saints coming out now to take the field.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's going to be taken to the ground right there at the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Carr now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. That one is blown up by Jordan Brooks, the linebacker.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw his Carr. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. This offense so far on 3rd down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Throwing now is Carr. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, 4th quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game and the way that they have carried this game and have dominated this game, you're exactly right. Do what you want down the stretch. We are in the era of, hey, if you don't want us to do this to you, then you need to stop us. Their call to finish this one off.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Tua going to throw.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Here's Carr to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now Carr.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now Carr.
That is caught.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Carr to throw again. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Now Carr. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. And a hard tackle there as he'll go down after a gain of about 5.
Carr going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win.